So I'm pretty excited, you guys. I've decided to get back into coin roll hunting, and that's why I created this channel. It's a new channel for me. And my very first bank that I hit up, I'm not a member at, so she wouldn't give me very many rolls. Excuse me, she wouldn't give me very many rolls, but she gave me $10 worth. And 7 of the rolls are customer hand rolled rolls that have the word wheat or Wheaties on them. My very first stop in, and I get those kinds of rolls. So I thought, you know what? I want to record this live of me opening them just so you all can appreciate it with me. And if I catch something awesome within the rolls, it'd be great to have it on camera. Without further ado, let's go check out these rolls that I got. So I'm a little excited because, like I told you in the beginning, I got these rolls, and let me tell you what's exciting about them. First of all, these rolls are old and they're hand rolled, and whenever they're hand rolled, I highly doubt they're searched. When they are this type of paper, the roll says wheat on it. I have not seen a roll like this in a while. It's specifically from a local store in Martinsville, Illinois, which is kind of cool. This old roll also says wheat. It looks like it's written by the bank. It looks like the bank posted it and then wrote the word wheat in the section where there's a blank space to be able to write in. Not to mention it's an old roll. Same thing with this one. Someone wrote the word wheat on it. Again, could just be lucky. Could just be BS, but pretty cool. Same thing. Another roll with the word wheat in the posted from the bank stamp. Someone wrote actually the word. It looks, and if I were to guess, it looks like it's an elderly person's handwriting, just because it's not very consistent. I guess it could be the edges of the pennies that caused that, but 9 times out of 10, it usually is just an older hand that's writing. And I like that it says wheat pennies. Not sure if the whole roll is wheat pennies, but it says it. Again, another one where the word wheat was put right where the posted was. And then another older roll where someone wrote in wheat pennies, and they really didn't even spell it right. It's like they put wreath pennies. But the bank, when it posted it, wrote the word wheat again as well. So I got these rolls here. There's only 7 of them. I think it's pretty cool. In that same bank, they gave me more hand-rolled ones, and then I went to another bank, and they were able to give me 20 rolls of machine-rolled ones. Nothing on the enders, nothing really cool. Looks like a lot of these are just your typical, pennies. But wanted to show you that. I'm excited. I'm going to probably open one and see if it's just some BS, or maybe there's one wheat penny in the roll and they just wanted to make sure they knew that. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's all pennies. All right, guys, sorry. I haven't even looked at these yet. I'm so excited. I can't even breathe, really. I mean, every one of these, at least in this first roll, is a Wheatie. I haven't even looked at the dates yet. It's obviously unsearched. I don't think anyone would search their Wheaties for a few key dates and then re-roll them and give them to the bank. So I'm thinking that these are legitimately hand-rolled by some old-timer, or maybe some kids that didn't know and they found their grandfather's coin collection and they just rolled them up, and I happened to walk into the bank the day they were sitting there in the vault. I mean, she had nothing in the drawer, so she had to literally go to the vault to get me some coin rolls. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and go through them. Get a little extra lighting on these. And let's just see what we got here. Looks like the first one's a 1946D. Looks like the next one's also a 1946. Looks like we got a 1950D. Let's take a look at the next one. 1952D. Let's take a look at the next one. 1947D. Let's take a look at the next one here. 1951D. Another 1951D. See what the next one is in this roll. Ooh, a 1955, folks. Just for fun, let me get my 16 times magnification out and just take a look at the edges on this guy and see if I see anything worthwhile. It appears to not be anything special from the 55 year, but 1949 Philadelphia. So, in this roll, the first one I've opened, remember it was labeled wheat. It was indeed all Wheaties. Nothing below 46, if I recall. Somebody rolled this up, or at least these are all their common Wheaties. And I don't think they rolled them up to get rid of them, but I think they just rolled them up to keep them together by years. I'm hoping, since these are part of the same collection, maybe this was the 50s. Maybe some of these are the 40s, 30s, 20s, and teens. Who knows? But in the first roll in this video, guys, that's what we got. All right, so here's the second roll. Again, I'm hoping that these are maybe a different decade. It's funny because on this one, someone wrote the words wreath pennies. And then when the bank stamped it, they validated that it was wheat pennies, as you can see. And they wrote in posted. They double checked it. It was wheat. So, all right, so we'll get the key in here. You can already see that the first one's definitely a Wheatie. Yeah, this is a whole nother batch of Wheaties for sure. I'm gonna pull out the first three, and we will take a look at what these years are. Hopefully they're not still the 40s and 50s, but you never know. First one is 1958D. Here's a 1955D. And hold on one second. Not the air coin. 1940. All right, so that's the oldest one I've got here. This is a 1940 plain, so it's out of Philadelphia. I'm going to go ahead and kind of tear this apart and just see if I see any other colors in here. I don't see anything that would indicate steel. This is kind of an odd color right here. Let's just pull this guy out. I knew it was, this is going to be a 40s batch, guys. I just pulled out a 1941, and it is a weird looking color. Like I said, it's got a weird patina. Let me back this up a little bit. It's got a weird patina. It's like almost like they coated it with a sheen that soaked in something, but this is a really nice coin. Ooh, that's a nice year, 1941. So that's another 41 Philadelphia. This looks like it's going to be mostly 40s. So that's a, looks like it's a 40-50 combo. So if my theory's right, these rolls are combinations of decades or transitional decades. Sure would be nice to get a 43 copper in here. Just kidding, that's not going to happen. Here's a 42D. Oh, this is a great looking coin. Look at this, guys. A 1944 no mint mark. And look at the color of it. Another 1944D. So, second roll was all Wheaties as well. Looks like it was a good combination of mid to late 50s as well as early to mid 40s as well. So,
2 rolls down, got a lot more 40s in that roll. We've got 5 more rolls to go through still. There goes another roll. Let's hope that the luck of all Wheaties continues. I think it's a pretty good sign that this is all going to be Wheaties again.
So not as much in this third roll, but the best coin from it was this 1920 plain date. It's in rough condition, but you can't get mad at getting a 1920s penny in a bankroll. All right, let's get into this next roll and see what kind of Wheaties we get out of it. Wish me luck. So right here I noticed that there is what appears to be a steel Wheatie, and as you can see it is a 43D steel Wheatie. That kind of got my heart going for a second because I was excited. It was only my second steel ever and first ever from a coin roll hunt from a bank. So yeah, I was excited.
Very cool.
I'll give you a better look at it both sides.
43D steel penny. Really? It's not even a Wheatie in here. We got a 1964D. It's not a Wheatie.
First non-Wheatie.
First now I might only have 349 Wheaties. I'm a little mad. A little mad that I might only have 349 out of the 350 Wheaties that I thought I was going to get.
So I'm going to speed it up through this part of the roll. I mean, most of these coins in this roll were, again, mid-30s to mid-50s. But a lot of them are just your everyday common Wheaties. Nothing really gangbusters so far. But I did notice that, once again, I got another Lincoln Memorial penny, and it was supposed to be all Wheaties.
Now we're down to 348. Someone's getting a little mad right now.
I do get a little excited right here because I couldn't tell if it was a 1916 or a 1919. It was hard to tell. Just the last number was almost worn away. But after further inspection, it appeared to be a 1919, the oldest coin I got so far in the rolls. All right, guys, let's get into this next roll, labeled handwritten wheat and confirmed by the bank when it posted it. Let's take a look inside. Looks like a 47S.
There we go. 1923.
Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh, 1929.
D, 1929D.
1936 or 26? 36.
So we finish up this roll with a nice 1929. I believe it was a D. A lot more 20s in that roll, and we still have 2 rolls to go. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and grab this next roll here and tear right into it. I'm just going to cut to the chase in this roll, guys. This was the best penny I got in it. It was a 1917 plain, barely legible, not the greatest condition. This coin roll was filled with mostly 30s, 40s, and 50s, so didn't want to bore you with all the details. And in that last roll, it was nothing but 1951D pennies, the entire roll. So there you have it, everyone. I finished opening up the 7 rolls, basically all 30s, 40s, and 50s, mostly 40s and 50s, a lot of commons. Still exciting whenever you get penny rolls that from a bank that say Wheaties on them. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, happy hunting.